Good morning, everyone. Happy November. I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed your Thinning Veil celebrations, and thank you to those who were part of my Thinning Veil services and the Santa Muerte service yesterday. This is just a quick reintroduction of myself. My name is Sarah. I have worked as a professional witch and root worker for 20 years. Probably closer to 25 now. 15 of those have been online serving the public with my website, shop.conjuredcardea.com. This month is actually our 15-year anniversary. That is part of the reason I'm doing this video. I am offering 20% off to new clients. So if you would like a consultation with me, you can email me at conjuredcardea@gmail.com. Or you can go to my website, shop.conjuredcardea.com, and there is a chat box option there, and you can begin a chat with me, and we can also do a consultation that way. So typically what I need for a consultation is some background story as to your situation. The current space where the situation is, so say it's like, oh, my boyfriend and I are separated, so I would need to know why you're separated. If you're like, oh, I just quit my job and I need a new one, I would need to know why you quit your last job. If you are, have court on, in 2 weeks, and you need to win your court case, I would need to know why you're going to court. So it's very, very important that we address the root of your issue. I do not offer Band-Aid fixes. And the reason I don't do this is because if you do not fix the root of the issue, if you are say you're separated currently from your spouse or your partner, and you are separated because you were arguing all the time, I'm going to ask you what you argued about, and I'm going to need the truth and the details about it. Because what will happen is we can do work to restore and create a reunion of the relationship. But if we don't address what the arguments were about, you're just going to go back to arguing and you're going to break up again. So what I don't like seeing is people who offer work that is just temporary fixes and they're not addressing the root of the problem. Yes, you have to divulge details that may be sensitive to me. They may be things you do not want to admit. There may be things that you don't want to talk about to people. But that is just too bad, because confrontation is how we address things and how we fix things. And confrontation means confronting yourself with what has actually happened and divulging those details to a professional like me so that I can actually get you some progress, and not only progress, but future stable change. So you're not doing this yo-yo back and forth of your relationship or your employment or your health. So that is why we get to the root of the issue, and we want to work through the layers of what has built up and caused this chronic problem. Typically, when people come to a root worker or a professional witch at that point, it is a chronic problem. They have tried to solve it on their own, and they decide that they need some outside help, which is the absolute first step in manifesting exactly what you want in your life, is asking for help and reaching out to a professional for it, like me. Again, I've done this for 20 years, encroaching on 25 years. I keep very strict confidential client files, which is why we can initiate a chat on my website, but we will probably move to email, because the reason I do that is because I keep every email sent into that person's own private file, so I can refer back, see how far we've come with this situation. I can look at the root details of what has caused this, how long this has been going on. All of these things that are really important to be able to refer back to. Most of my clients I have had for, I would say, since my very beginning, so about 7 to 15 years. Most people are with me long term. Part of that is also providing my website, where I can provide you your own spell supplies and make spell suggestions, so that you can work along with me and I guide you with that. Two heads are typically better than one. The only time that I don't suggest that people work on their situation themselves with magic or manifestation or root work or spell work, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing, is when they are too emotionally involved in the area they are working on. So if you cannot think about working on the area without becoming physically upset, crying, angry, too anxious, things like that, then I would say, let me handle the work. And I would ask you to take a break from working on it yourself, because that is part of why you are hiring me, is so that you can take a break from this situation. And often when we take a break and we revisit it magically or spiritually in a few weeks with clear mind, after I've been talking and guiding you over these 2 or 3 weeks, we have a completely different outlook. You have a completely fresh perspective, and then you are ready to tackle this from the correct angle. So, because we want to work from above here, from an enlightened and educated and magical an approach, not from down here with our emotions of anger and sadness for what the situation is has brought into our lives, or what we have caused ourselves, the pain we've caused ourselves. So that is a little bit about me and my consultations and what I provide. I love doing this. I absolutely love making all of my spiritual products. I have an entire line of my own spiritual products on shop.conjuredcardea.com. Like I said, I make suggestions for things that you can use in alignment and in tandem with my work once we start working together. And I would love to take you on as a new client. So feel free to email me at conjuredcardea@gmail.com. Almost forgot my email address. And provide me with some details and goals of your situation, and we will get a plan of attack created for you. Every service is completely customized for every client, and I'm also happy to make spell supply suggestions so that you can also begin to work on this area of your life properly and really gain momentum and progress and start to see success in it. Okay, it's a 20. I will be offering 20% off for any new client that wants to sign up with me. So send me that email and let's get you hooked up. Let's get you sailing into 2024 with peace, ease, protection, and success. I will talk to you soon. Be blessed.